All right, afternoon everybody. Had a request for another video for some beginner RV people that are trying to figure out how to level a trailer. Now today, we're going to be leveling a fifth wheel here. But the concept's basically the same with a tongue pull trailer as well. Motorhomes can be a little bit different. So I want to point out a few things. Where we're parking at today is for the winter storage here in my yard. And I have some levels set up on my trailer. There's one that I added right there. You can see it, and that tells me the side to side. And then where the buttons are for my jack, so here's my buttons for the front jack, I put a level here. I also have one at the back for the rear jack, so I can do that. So the vast majority of issues I see with both fifth wheel and tongue pull is people don't spend time getting the side to side correct prior to unhitching, and they're trying to use their jacks or blocks or something else to actually, push the trailer or force the trailer up. So you've kind of got two options when it comes to leveling. You can dig holes on the high side and drop your tires down in, or you can purchase some RV leveling blocks that are like this, and they're just like big Legos. They split in half. I'm going to the Legos so that I don't have to dig holes in my lawn. And what you can see here, we're high on this side, so I've put two here in the middle, and then I've got these here, so I put three along the bottom. Try to get that to focus a little bit. And then two on top, separating or binding the seams together so they don't come apart when you climb up on them. I'm kind of guessing at the height that I need to go. I've never parked it here. This is a new trailer for us. We've been out using it all year, and we can't park on the street in the wintertime, so it's going to go in the yard. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my wife up there pull the trailer forward and stop her up here on these blocks, and we're going to check the side to side. Now, another problem you can come into if you're using a tongue pull trailer and you have what's called an equalizer hitch or a stabilizer, trying to think of the terms to use here, but weight distribution hitch. They have separate bars that go up on either side of the tongue. If you're really twisting your trailer, you're going to want to unhook those bars prior to twisting your trailer on an angle more than the truck will be. Otherwise it'll bend them. On a fifth wheel hitch such as this, my hitch does not have a lot of twist from side to side. So if I twist my trailer a long ways away from what the truck is set at, again, it will bind and make it very hard to disconnect. So again, if you have to twist or jack the one side of the trailer up a long ways prior to disconnecting, you're going to want to do it to your truck as well to make just disconnecting a little bit easier. So I'm going to have my wife pull it forward, and we're going to pull her up on these blocks. We've worked together on this pretty good before. We're getting it down. So. Went just a little bit too far. I'm going to have her back up a little bit. Just a little bit more. All right, now I'm going to go look at my my level up here. Preferably, now every manufacturer is just a little bit different. And looking at my level, I don't know if you guys can see it, but the little ball is right in the middle. My manufacturer guidelines say to get the trailer leveled prior to putting the slides out. If your trailer's twisted, your frame is twisting, then your slide is going to bind coming out and cause damage to your trailer. If you're twisting your trailer with your jacks, if they're manual jacks, your doors aren't going to open and close properly. You're going to put extra wear and tear on your slide. So try to get everything as even as possible. So we're good as far as that goes. Now what I'm going to do is chock the wheels. Again, another benefit to digging a hole is it kind of helps hold it in place, which we didn't do that. So I've got two different styles that I actually like to use. The first, sorry about that, my phone cut out, but the first jacks or blocks that we're going to use are actually just these cheap little wedges. A couple of bucks, no big deal. And if this is all you're using, I like to put them inside the wheels on this side and on the other side. But I'm also using what is called a X-Chock. That's what these are. I love these things. They make your trailer a lot more stable. Sorry, I'm going to be doing this with one hand, so hopefully it's not too shaky. So these fit right in between your wheels like this. You have this little wrench. You put it on here. And it's just a ratchet. Get it nice and seated in the center of those tires. It expands and puts pressure on both tires, preventing them from rolling. It's probably overkill. I use both. I'm going to put an X-Chock on both sides. Again, just going to put this one in here. They are a little more expensive, but I feel they make your trailer way more stable when camping. It doesn't seem to rock around nearly as much. That's all there is to that. So pretty simple. Now I'm going to put my landing gear, or the jacks on the front, down on the ground. So both with a travel trailer and a fifth wheel, another mistake I see quite often is people don't let enough slack out to be able to bring the trailer back down after you come off the hitch if the front end is really high. In this case, my trailer is actually low, so we need to come up after it comes off of the truck. We know we're good side to side, so what I'm going to do on the fifth wheel, I have this button here, and you're going to see these jacks down here start to extend. Now I'm going to let quite a bit out because the top part of the stabilizer jacks, or the landing gear, is bigger in diameter and strength than the lower portion. That'll give me more stability as we're moving around in there. But I don't want to let too much out because I do need to go up after I unhitch, and I need enough travel left when that happens. So now that I've let that out a little ways, I'm going to take those same blocks, just one, or if I need more, I can use more. Pull that little lever, that comes down. Now the key is to get that side about the same amount of play under here on both sides. The reason that's important is because if one hits the ground first before the other one, it'll twist that trailer again. So now we're going to go over and check this other side out. It's easier for me to just crawl up underneath here, and again I'm going to pull my handle, and I'm actually pretty happy with how both sides are touching the blocks. I really don't care how many holes that one is down versus this one, as long as they're relatively the same distance from the block or touching the block, then they'll extend out. So now I'm going to take more slack out of, I'm going to extend the jacks to take pressure off of my truck. So as those are coming down, I don't know if you guys will be able to see this, I'm watching my jack, or my I'm watching my hitch. I'm lifting it up to where I see just a little bit of gap between the truck and the trailer hitch itself. Once I think I'm high enough, models differ from time to time, but this one just has a simple pull handle here. I pull this out and it will not, it did let me rotate it. It let me go to the unloaded side, okay? So now I got my little emergency brake cable here. In case there's a brake off, it'll set the brakes up. I take it off, I'm just gonna clip it up here. And I've got my wire from my trailer inside the bed of the truck. Now if I just have her pull forward, it's gonna tear my tailgate off. So I reach in here, we unlock the doors, and I open my tailgate. This truck, it's nice. I can actually drop my tailgate and have just a little bit of room in between the truck and the trailer. My old truck was not that way. So now I'm gonna have her pull it forward easy, okay? Just nice and easy. Now that she's forward a little bit, I'm unplugging my wire. Okay, take it out. Now she can pull the truck all the way out from underneath it. Okay, now I still need to come up on my level here. So I need to extend my jacks, make them higher. The goal is getting that bubble into the middle of the trailer. The reason I'm doing this, I mean, we're parking it for the winter. The reason I'm making it level is the type of refrigerator we have in this thing is an ammonia-based refrigerator, and they don't like being stored on an angle. And if we happen to use that fridge, it really don't like to be used if it's on an angle. So the more level it is, the better. My old trailer, I would actually store it for the winter with the nose down to let the water or snow slide off. This trailer actually has a slightly convex or domed roof, so I'm not worried about the moisture building up there on top. So we are now all the way extended, or excuse me, leveled front and back, side to side. Lace. So now the next challenge we have is I've got my mother-in-law's motorhome right here. But something else, in an RV park, a lot of the times on the side of your trailer, you have water connections, you have electrical boxes. You need to be really careful with your slide out. You don't want to hit something as you put the slide out. So we have plugged in our trailer as per recommendations for the manufacturer before we run the slide out. So Lacey, I'm going to have you go ahead and hop inside. Since there's two of us here, I'm going to have her open the window inside so that she can hear me. As she lets this slide out, if it gets too close to an object or an obstruction, I can stop her from extending the trailer. So give her just a minute. She's putting the steps down. And as you can see, we've got a window here. She's opened it up. All right, go ahead and run the slide out, Lacey. So everything should be nice and smooth since we've leveled our trailer up. You can see we're getting kind of close, but I think everything will be just fine. We're almost fully extended, and there you go. You can hear that clicking. Bring it out till it stops. And now our trailer is basically set up. If we were going to be camping, we would be set to go. The next thing I would do is obviously drop my rear landing jacks. Again, this one we're kind of spoiled. It has the electric jacks on the back as well. Again, I put some blocks up underneath it, run it down till they get a little bit of tension. You don't want to be lifting a whole bunch of weight. This is just to keep your trailer from rocking. We've done all the hard work with the front and back and up and down and side to side. Hopefully this helps clear some things up and If you have any questions, let us know. Thanks.